welcome or welcome back. My name is Holly and this is Brighter Days Budget Co. Today is my Wednesday video. Today is Wednesday, May 7th. So hard to believe we are already in May and it's already the 7th day. There are 4 Wednesdays in May. I think I had 5 in April. So this will kind of be the normal budget. I'll try to divide my monthly challenges across the 4 weeks. Last month I had a nice extra bonus week, so I was able to get some of the catch up for challenges, add more to some challenges that are taking longer. So this will be normal, but it'll be fun. Hope you're all having a good week. We have, this is the last 3 weeks of school, so obviously things are a little bit hectic. I've mentioned before I have a senior, so he's now done with senior prom. His AP exams have started. I think he has like 5, maybe 6. So plus all the other senior stuff. He's got a couple of band concerts. He's in a symphonic winds orchestra. He plays alto saxophone, and then he's also in jazz band and he plays tenor sax. Plus he has track meets, plus all the senior stuff. There's a parade of graduates. I think it's the 19th where he gets to go back to his elementary school and walk the halls. And I'm sure I'll be a puddle of tears at that point. Plus, you know, senior awards, senior picnic, senior car show. The school's doing a lot for the seniors, which is great. It just makes for some really hectic time. So anyway, it's exciting. I know these 3 weeks will go fast, so we're just trying to enjoy them and get him through everything without too much stress. So this is my 2025 binder. If you've seen these before, this is kind of the same thing. I have these first 2 challenges, Taco Tuesday and 1530. This one is by Mischief Managed Budgets and Champagne's Corner, a collaboration. And then this one is by Reinventing Renee or the Budget Nerd Co. These 2 challenges are going toward Christmas. So every time I get $100 in each of them, I put that into our Christmas account. And then I have some challenges that are more for debt. Last month in April, I was able to make a $245 extra debt payment, which was nice. So we'll keep using those toward debt. And then these first 2 are for Christmas. So again, this one is by Mischief Managed Budgets and Champagne's Corner. They have a book for every day of the week, and I just chose Tuesday because that was one I'd seen a lot. Now I'm doing this one out of order. These dates coincide with the Tuesdays of May for this year. So 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th. It is Tuesday, but I'm including this in my Wednesday video. So instead of doing the 6th, which was yesterday, I'm actually doing the 27th. And the reason I do that is because the Budget Nerd Co. Reinventing Renee 1530, you save $15 on the 15th of the month or whatever that week is, and then $30 on the 30th. I don't want the 30 and the 27 to line up the same week. So that is what I do. And I do always try to get money for these 2 in addition to the $50 I save toward 2025 challenges. So I should have 50 plus 27. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I do have $77. And for this one, let me put this in the cash tray. And then for this one, I need 27. So hopefully my denominations are correct or will work. So we're going to take a 20 and a 5, and then 2 1s. Okay, so we have 27. And let me get my marker and we'll color that in. I think I'm going to switch colors. I've been doing the same dark green for a long time. I'm going to do this kind of lime green. We have already had Cinco de Mayo, if you celebrate anything for that. We really don't. It was on a Monday, so we were just busy, as always. So there are $200 already in the Christmas high yield savings account, and then I will add my $27. So far we have 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88. So 288 in this envelope toward Christmas. I'll put that in there. And then I'm going to set this off to the side just so the ink has time to dry before I put it away. 1530 by Reinventing Renee, I do not need to save. The 15th will be next week, so I will save that then. Now we're on to the Monstrous savings, and you'll see I did make the debt payment. I had $200 in this envelope, so I took out those placeholders, and now I'm left with 22. So went from a big number down to a little number, but I want to make sure I'm kind of representing the actual money that I have and not all the money that I've saved so far. So this one is the Monstrous Book of Savings. This is by Cash Budget Insights. It's been a really fun book. Sometimes the values hit me a little hard. There's a top page for every month, and then this bottom page is kind of the secondary is how I'm using it. So my priority is the top page. I've done January, February, March, and April. We finished, and each one saves between, let's see, 71, 71, that's January, 74, and 75. So between $70 and $75. Then the secondary page I'm using at the end of the video. If I have money left, I'll come back and work on the secondary page. So this one is May, and I'm just starting it today, and I need to get, let's see, there's 6, there's 12, and there's 4 weeks this month, 4 Wednesdays, so I'm going to do 3 every week. And hopefully these will be kind. Let's see where my money is. I have that. Okay. So I'm going to, I think I'm just going to do it in order. I always change my approach, but I'm pretty orderly. I like to do things in order. So we've got 1, that's pretty harmless, plus 6. This will probably start off nice, and then we'll get hit with a whammy. There we go. So we have 6 plus 1 plus 10 is 17. That's not too bad. Let me pick up the shavings. So that's pretty good. If we can get 20 or less every week, that'll be pretty nice. So we have 10, 15, 16, 17. And I'm going to just see if I can condense it all. Probably cannot. I cannot. Nope. So it is what it is. We'll put in that money. And now we have, let's see. Make sure I can't. We have 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 in this book. Not on this challenge, obviously, but we're just kind of rolling it over. That's a fun page. I like the colors of May. Wanted to just show you. So I'm not going to start this secondary page yet because I'm still working on some of the old ones. I've done January, then I just finished February, and now we're on to this lucky coin flip. And I think I don't have a coin, and I'm not good at flipping coins, so I'm going to just spin this little die when it's time. I have I guess a four-sided die maybe. So I will roll that. If it's odds, I'll say heads, or and evens, I'll say tails, something like that, when we come back to it. We use this for leftover money, so I'm not going to do it now. Next up, we have from D Plans and Budgets, this cute little flower challenge. And normally hers have like a specific amount, like 50 or 25. So what am I going to do? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? 10. Okay, so let's do $3 a flower. And I'll write down here, and they're all different sizes, but I won't make that matter. Okay, so today I'm going to add, let's see, I might need to make change. I think I'm going to, because I don't want to put in that much, and I don't have any money because I added that to the debt payment. So let me think. Let me get out I have an envelope that has extra money for the week. Let me just maybe break that 20, and I'll put in some 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll put in this 20 to make up for the money. And I use this for various things. Just kind of leftover money that I have. So I'm going to put in 20 here, and we'll color in 2 flowers. Hopefully that'll make sense. And let's see, I'll do orange. I'm ready to plant some flowers. Yesterday I went out in the garden. We've had so much rain that I have some raised beds. I think I have 3, 4, 5, 6 raised beds in our backyard. And my husband built them a few years ago. Last year I did not do a garden because we had a wedding and we had some other crazy things. It was just kind of right in planting and harvesting season. And we hadn't had a great year the year before. So I said, let's just kind of take a year off, let the soil kind of refresh, and then go with gusto this year. So yesterday I went out to the beds because they were completely filled with crazy weeds. And I managed to get all the weeds out, which probably took about an hour. And then my legs are killing me today because I was just kind of bent over because they're raised beds. We have so many rabbits in our yard when we don't have coyotes in our yard. And the rabbits would, of course, eat everything if I didn't have the chicken wire fencing around them. So I had to kind of bend over that, and it was raining while I was doing it. So I thought, well, it'll make it easier to pull. And now today I can barely walk because my legs are stretched out in ways they're not normally stretched out. So I'm adding 2 flowers, $3 each. So we'll make $6 in there. Got a 5 and a 1. But it feels so good to get that done. We're having a graduation party at the end of May for my oldest son. So I wanted the yard to start looking decent. I don't know. Hopefully we'll have the garden in by then. But if not, at least it'll be pretty and not filled with weeds. This next one is by April's Fresh Start. She has a card for every month of the year. And I just try to get this done during the month. There are 4 weeks this week. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 3 and the 2 and knock 2 out while I can. So I'll do 3 and 2, and that'll give us $5. And then we'll only have 3 left for the other weeks. So yeah, we're having a graduation party, and I'm having just a bunch of people over, hopefully. And so I wanted to get that done, started, and then my husband and I can keep going if it ever stops raining. We've had so much rain, and then this coming weekend we're having company, so I realize the weekends are dwindling down, and we got to get a bunch of stuff done. Okay, the next book is 4 Seasons of Savings. This is by Liz and Les. And if you save everything in the entire book, it will total up to $2,025. It's not really based on month, but just based on total amount. I did not add this into the debt payment because I'm working on a challenge and I kind of wanted to finish that before I made the debt payment. So I hope that makes sense. So that's why this placeholder is still in there. I'm going to swap it out because this one I just dog-eared. Usually I use a sticker for my placeholder prop money, so I'll put that in there. So we have 100, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and this challenge saves $225. So let me see what I have left. I have 10, 15, 20, 1, 2. So 22, and I would like to do a little bit in the Monstrous Book of Savings, that second page, so let's just see what we got. So I need a calculator. So this is like a game board. This whole thing saves $225, and I'm kind of going through in order, but if I can't, like here I had 10, I just jumped ahead to the 10 and now I'll circle back. So let's see if how far we can get. We can get 2 plus 4 plus 9, and then plus 6 would be 21. I think I'm going to stop here. So I'm going to do 9, 10, 11. What did I do? 2. Did I mess up? 2 plus 4 plus 5 is 9. 9, 10, 11. And let's do plus 6. So that's 17. We'll do that. I don't know how I added before. I sometimes can't talk and play at the same time. So let me make sure we're at 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 6 is 17. So we'll do that. So we will add 17, and let me see what I have. 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's do that. And we'll put 5, 10, 20. Okay. Okay, so far what we have is 100, 10, 15, 20, oopsie, 30, 31. So 110, 20, 25, 30, 31. So we are over halfway there. This one's a big one. It'll feel good to make that $225 debt payment from that one. So now what we have left is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have $5 left, which is good. So I'm just going to leave this open so I don't have to go every time. And now we're going to go to the Monstrous Book of Savings again. So this is the back page for March, which is why it's kind of rainbow themed. And again, heads is $2, tails is 1. I think I'm going to make heads even, because for some reason I like even numbers and I like heads better. And then I'll make odd 1, which makes sense because the values are even and odd. Okay, so let's see how this works. We only have $5. So, okay, 4 is even, so we're going to add $2. And I guess, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. I'll just color in the coins. And what color? I'll do yellow because coins are gold. Okay, so we're going to do 1 flip. I guess I'll do it by flip. Okay, let's do another one, see what happens. Hopefully you can see that. This is a 1, so that's odd, and that will be $1. So we're up to 3. All right, and then we're gonna do another flip. Oh, $4, so that's 2, and I think that's all of our money, right? So there we go. So we're at $2. Okay, so now we're adding 5. So let me see if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we have 24 coins. So the most we could save is, what did I say, 24, 48. So between $48 and $24 is what we'll probably end up saving. Yeah, that makes sense. Hopefully it does. All right, so we're adding $5 to the Monstrous Book of Savings. So we have now 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. Yay. All right, so that is all. We did Taco Tuesday. Let me get our book back in place. And then next week when I have to save the $15, I'll probably save 13 here. The following week I won't save anything, so I'll save the 20th. I won't save anything for this one, so I'll save the 20 here. And then the last week when I have to save 30, I'll save the 6. So that'll limit how much extra money I need to find. And that all goes toward Christmas. And then the other ones, I'll keep working on this one, and then this is one I'm really excited about, the color and close the box. So it's kind of like Tetris. So I'll use those colors and try to fill in this whole box, which could be fun. So these are $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7. I'll probably try to save those amounts, and we'll see what happens. This has been a fun book. It's taken me a long time, obviously a whole year. It'll take me a whole year to finish, if not longer, with these back pages, but I love the colors. I love the monsters, so it'll be really fun. I don't know what this one is. This kind of looks like Shut the Box. So there's a lot of cute ones in there. Can't wait to keep doing it, and hopefully I'll find more money. Obviously we're getting ready for college, so that's taken up a lot of money, and got to figure out all that. But hopefully our budget will get a little bit tighter with only 2 kids at home, and then we can figure out a little bit tighter, meaning more controlled is what I should have said. So hopefully we can find some more money to spend without gas money for my oldest son, because he won't have a car at school, and without some of the other day-to-day school expenses. So it'll be an interesting year. Kind of not loving the idea of him going away, but thankfully he's only an hour and a half, so it'll feel like we can see him whenever we want to, and it'll be good for him. I'm super excited for him, just not so much for me. I'm sure every parent goes through that. But anyway, hope you all have a great rest of the week. We'll be back on Friday, at least I will, for Vacation Viernes, where we save for travel. And I think our vacation is, a month or so away, and I cannot wait to get away, to go to the beach for a week and have some relaxation as a family. So anyway, I'm going to have Friday's video up. This weekend's busy, so I might try to pre-film a little bit. But we'll see you then, and hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye.